Most broke people are not lazy. They are intelligent, educated, hardworking. Some have degrees, some run companies, some earn six figures. So why do they still struggle financially? The answer is not income. It is psychology. We grow up believing that intelligence guarantees success. If you are smart enough, you will eventually figure money out. But intelligence and wealth operate under different systems. Intelligence solves problems. Wealth depends on behavior. And behavior is shaped by bias. Today we break down the psychological traps that quietly keep smart people broke. Smart people trust their judgment. And often that trust is justified. They have solved complex problems. They have succeeded academically. They have been rewarded for thinking independent. But this creates a hidden risk: overconfidence bias. Overconfidence makes intelligent people believe they can outsmart markets, predict trends, or recover from financial mistakes quickly. Research in behavioral finance consistently shows that more educated investors trade more frequently. And the more they trade, the worse their performance tends to be. Why? Because confidence increases action, and action increases error. Sometimes the smartest move in investing is restraint, but highly intelligent individuals struggle with restraint. They believe they can optimize everything, but wealth is not built through constant optimization. It is built through consistent. Present bias is our tendency to prioritize immediate rewards over long-term outcomes. Smart professionals often earn higher incomes earlier in life. Promotions come faster. Opportunities increase, but as income rises, lifestyle rises even faster. A better apartment, a newer car, premium travel, exclusive memberships. The brain rewards immediate upgrades. It does not reward long-term compounding. You cannot feel compound interest today, but you can feel a luxury purchase immediately. So income increases, but savings remain stagnant. This is why many high earners live paycheck to paycheck. The problem is not intelligence, it is impulse. Smart people rarely compare themselves to average earners. They compare themselves to other high performers, colleagues, founders, executives, friends. When your circle earns $30,000, you feel wealthy. When your circle earns $300,000, you feel behind. This creates silent financial pressure. Lifestyle inflation becomes a social signal. Success becomes something to display rather than build. The desire to appear successful often destroys actual wealth. Because the moment you increase spending to match perception, you reduce your ability to build assets. Wealth grows quietly, but status is loud, and intelligent people are highly sensitive to status environments. Highly intelligent individuals often tie their identity to being competent. They avoid looking uninformed. They avoid asking basic financial questions. They assume they should already understand investing, budgeting, and asset allocation. This creates an identity trap. They delay learning foundational money principles because they do not want to appear inexperienced. But wealth building is not about appearing smart. It is about repeating simple systems for decades. Automated investing, consistent saving, diversification, patience. None of these strategies are intellectually complex, but they require humility. And humility is difficult when intelligence has always been your advantage. If intelligence alone created wealth, professors would dominate billionaire lists. But they do not. Because wealth does not reward intelligence directly. It rewards disciplined behavior over time. The people who build lasting wealth are not necessarily the smartest in the room. They are the most consistent. They reduce friction. They automate decisions. They remove emotion. They build systems that operate even when motivation fades. If you are intelligent, your advantage is awareness. Once you recognize overconfidence, you can reduce unnecessary risk. Once you recognize present bias, you can automate savings before spending. Once you recognize social comparison, you can measure progress against your own goals. Once you detach identity from intelligence, you can focus on building financial systems rather than protecting ego. Wealth is not built by IQ. It is built by repeated behavior. Small actions, repeated consistently, over long periods of time. Smart people do not stay broke because they lack ability. They stay broke because psychology quietly overrides strategy. Understand the bias, control the bias, build the system, and intelligence will finally work in your favor.